What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Cincinnati Reds franchise. And here we are, finally into the month of June. Today, we are going to be making our way to the middle of June. I'm going to start this episode off by showing you Jonathan Heasley. He is a guy who has not made it through waivers yet for the Kansas City Royals, and we're going to put in a claim for him. He's 26 years old, C potential, 64 overall, and he's having a pretty good year at Double-A. He has had some big league experience, so if he's a guy that we were able to claim, that would be really good. So we've already put a claim on him. Here is the big news of the episode. If you can tell by the title, the Milwaukee Brewers have made a crazy trade, acquiring left fielder Jordan Walker from the not the Arizona Cardinals, the St. Louis Cardinals. I'm thinking about football. The Cardinals only had to, the Brewers only had to give up Eric Lauer, starting pitcher, so kind of a rip-off deal right there. I wish I was able to stop that one, because Jordan Walker is 20 years old, A potential, 67 overall, really good potential, a bright young player in this Brewers organization. Now, he will not be in their starting lineup at the moment. They have Christian Yelich at left field, which he has kind of started to fall off in his career. It won't be long before Jordan Walker takes over as that starting left fielder in that Brewers system. So looking at this now, we start June with a loss to Boston. We lose 4-9. We lose the Friday game against the Brewers and the Saturday game. So we are 0-3 in the month of June, and we have really struggled. As of late, really. We've lost now 5 in a row. Now looking at scouting here, we scouted Felipe Campaneros, Thomas Wolfe, who actually looks like he could be a steal for us. He is now 24th on our board. If he was available for our second pick, he's a guy I would be interested in. Here's Jose Feliz as well. He's 18 years old, 67 and 91 potential, and he looks like he's got really good power. Now, I want some power hitters. That's a big focus for this squad, is some power hitters. But I don't want a guy who only can hit for power. He has, not great defense. And then you got Felipe Campaneros here. He's got really good contact, but he doesn't really hit for power, and he's going to be a really good hitter. He is going to be really good at hitting. Other than that, that's about the only thing that he can do. So those were who we scouted last week. We decided not to really pursue any of those players further at the moment. So we wanted to move on. Now we got Hideo Takatsu out of Japan, 19 years old, can play second base, and we don't know if he can play any other secondary positions. He is 39th on our board, 49th on the MLB board, and, there's still a lot that we don't know about him before we can make a decision. We got Antonio Estrada, catcher, 67 to 86 potential, but his overall is 65 to 84, and he looks like he is an all-around good catcher who will be ready to go pretty much right away. And then you have Ray Aaron, the 20-year-old pitcher, who I just want to be for certain on the top guys, because I want to make sure our number one pick, which will be 7th overall, is a good one. So we lose the Sunday game against the Brewers 11-1. We really struggled. Only 3 hits for us. Fairchild had 2 of them. India had 1. And then looking at the pitching, Luke Weaver gave up 6 earned. Lucas Sims gave up 4 earned when he came in to pitch. So now we are at risk of being swept by the Milwaukee Brewers and dropping to 0-5 in the month of June. So we're going to hop in to this game against the Milwaukee Brewers at home. And we're going to see Hunter Green on the mound for this game. We haven't really seen him, I feel like, since the very first episode, opening day. I feel like we haven't seen him since then. So there's a look at the scores. We have scored 7 runs in 3 games, and they have scored 22. So they have really put together good offensive display. And they are the team that is ahead of everyone else in the NL Central. So if that tells you anything about the way that they have performed this season. Hunter Green at a 3.82 ERA. On the season, he's 5-4, 71 strikeouts, and a 1.48 whip. So how will Hunter Green perform today? 3-2 count for the opening batter, and he's going to hit this one in the left. Jake Fraley camps underneath of it. Turang is the one who hits that one into left there. So looking at the Brewers lineup, I wanted to just show you here, Jordan Walker is not in the starting lineup. It will be Christian Yelich in left field batting second. And here is Yelich. 0-2 count. And Yelich goes down looking. Strike 3. And Hunter Green is making quick work of this Brewers lineup here in the top of the first. Here is William Contreras batting 3 here for Milwaukee. 0-0 count. And he's going to send this one into left center. Fraley over to his left to try and make the play. And he's there. So a 1-2-3 inning for the Cincinnati Reds and Hunter Green. And we're going to see Colin Wiles on the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers. He's 1-2 this season, only 23 innings pitched, so he's not got a lot of experience this season under his belt. Here's TJ Friedl leading off, batting 192, really struggling. And he's going to send this one into right field, sends it deep back to the wall, and this one does not have enough carry at the warning track. TJ Friedl hits that one. Here's Jonathan India now, 3-2 count for his first at-bat of the game, and he's going to take ball 4, cutter, up and in, misses the zone. So India and Stevenson have been the bright spots on this lineup so far. And Stevenson batting 286. He sends this one over to first, and the Milwaukee Brewers are going to turn 2 and get out of the first inning fairly quickly. Colin Wiles making quick work of the Reds lineup. Here's Jake Fraley now, bottom 2. We got a 3-2 count for Fraley. He's batting 258 this season. Maybe a potential guy that we trade. But for the meantime, he's going to take ball 4, and we have a leadoff runner here in the bottom of the second. Here is Will Myers batting 264 on the season, and Myers is going to send this one into right field. Is this one going to get down? It does! And Jake Fraley is going to be heading to third, and he is in there. Runners on first and third now with 1 away. Will Myers blooping that one in the right, and it feels like, our players are making the plays when they need to make the plays. Here's Joey Votto, 1-2 count, batting 184 in the season. He's going to send this one into right center field. This one's got a lot of carry, and this one is caught in right center, but it's not going to matter. Jake Fraley will score from third. So one thing about this offense this year is I feel like we have been able to create hits and create opportunities, but we are not hitting for any power. That's why power hitting is my real focus going into offseason 1, because we lack any true power. Here's Kevin Newman now, and he's going to bloop this one into right center. Is this one going to get down? And it does. So that will move the runner over to third. Runners on first and third again. That's Will Myers at third now. So Kevin Newman doing about the same thing that Will Myers did when he got his hit. Very soft contact, but it's working right now. Bottom 2 still. Jose Barrero up to the plate, and he's going to send this one into right field, and this one gets down. That's going to score Will Myers. Kevin Newman will stay put at second. Runners at first and second now with 2 away, and the Reds have scored 2 in the bottom half of the second inning. Jose Barrero, a guy that us Reds fans have been hoping could break out pretty much his entire MLB career. He has not really done so, but he comes in the clutch right here with an RBI. Here's TJ Friedl now, really struggling recently to hit the ball, and he's going to hit this one back to Colin Wiles. He throws on the first, and that will end the second inning, in which the Reds scored 2 runs on some very soft singles. That's the big thing. Like I said, we have one guy that has above 80 power, and that's Joey Votto, and he's batting below 200 this season. Other than that, we have no power in this lineup. Here's Hunter Green with the strikeout on Garrett Mitchell. 1 away in the top of the third. Here's Victor Carantini, and he gets hit by the pitch, but he swung anyway. I know that would probably be crazy if that was a slider. It was a 4-seam fastball that hit him, and he still swung. If that tells you anything about Hunter Green stuff. Here is Isaac Collins. He's going to hit this one into left field. Jake Fraley under it, and Hunter Green is perfect through the first 3 innings. We move to the bottom of the third. Now it's Jonathan India's turn at the plate, and he's going to hit this one in the left field. Another bloop single for the Cincinnati offense. No power. We have not seen any hot shots, nothing like that. 69 miles per hour off the bat. That's going to give us our base hit. Bottom 3, Stevenson up to the plate. Now he's 0 for 1 on the day, and he takes ball 4. So runners on first and second now for the Cincinnati offense. And that will bring Jake Fraley to the plate. He walked in his first plate appearance, 3-2 count. And Fraley sends this one into right center. This one is high up in the air. Doesn't have a lot of carry. It will be caught, and India will tag up and try to move to third, and he is in there safely. Runners on the corner now with 1 away after the sacrifice fly by Jake Fraley. See, that's better. That's better. Fraley gives us some power, but he does not give us enough power for that ball to carry out. Here's Jason Voss to the plate. He's really struggled to create any power. He hits this one in the shallow center, and India is going to test the throw. Here comes the throw. India slides in, and he is out by a mile. Probably could have not tagged up there, but I kind of felt like, when's the next time we're going to create this opportunity to score? Let's see if there's a bad throw, and can India make it in there. Here's Vossler laying out, makes the play on to Green, and 1 away here in the 4th inning. And Jason Vossler is shaking up on that play. He's looking at his wrist, and the trainer is out there. He's going to be out for the rest of this game, and it could be a lengthy injury for Jason Vossler, a guy who I really like. He just really hasn't put it together when I've played with him. So Spencer Steer will take over at first, and that right there will be the first base hit for this Milwaukee Brewers team. It's Christian Yelich Yelich sending this one in between third and short. So, perfect game is no more for Hunter Green. 1 away, 0-2 count. And Contreras goes down swinging. 2 away here in the top of the fourth. Rowdy Tellez, the hitter now for the Brewers. And he's going to send this one into right center. Yelich has got some decent speed. And this one is in the gap, and Yelich is rounding third, and that will be an easy score for the Brewers offense. Rowdy Tellez with the 2-out RBI double that scores Christian Yelich. So 2-1 the score now. Here's the pitch from Green, and he's going to get out of the top of the fourth with a strikeout, but not before the Brewers make this a 1-run game. We move to top of the sixth now. Turang, the batter, he's 0 for 2 on the day, and he goes down swinging 101 by Hunter Green. So Hunter Green has pitched very good in this game. Here's Christian Yelich. He's 1 for 2 on the day, and Yelich will send this one over to Jose Barrero. On the run, he throws on the steer, 2 away in the top of the sixth inning. So Hunter Green has pitched a really good game for us today. He is our true ace at this moment in the season, as Rowdy Tellez will line this one out to steer. So that will end the sixth inning. Will we see one more inning out of Hunter Green? Yes, we will. Top 7 is Tyler Naquin, the former Cincinnati Red, down on strikes. 1 away in the top of the 7th. The Brewers also have Jesse Winker, who did not make the lineup for this game. This one is a line shot to Newman on to first, and the runner has already made his way back. That was Garrett Mitchell who hit that one to Newman. 2 away in the top of the 7th here for Cincinnati. And it's Victor Caratini. 2-2 count to Caratini, and he's going down swinging. Strike 3, and what a performance by Hunter Green. 7 innings, 1 earned, 10 strikeouts, I do believe. We'll see the final box score at the end, but I believe it was 10 strikeouts for Hunter Green and only 4 hits allowed. Really good game for Hunter Green. We're not really seeing any Reds offense because after we scored in the second inning, the offense completely died down. We only had 6 hits in this game, but we do get to see Buck Farmer here in the 8th inning, a potential trade piece. He has been pitching really well here for us this season. This one is Isaac Collins, base hit in the right in between India and Steer. So a runner aboard here in the 8th, leadoff runner aboard. So can Milwaukee take advantage of it with the beginning of the lineup coming up as well? Here's Turang 0 for 3, and he goes down swinging. 1 away in the 8th inning. Buck Farmer pitching really well this season. Can he put it all together in this game and get us out of the 8th? Here's Yelich, and he goes down looking. He thought he was going to get away with it with the check swing, but the home plate umpire rung him up. 1-2 count to Contreras now. And Contreras will send this one in the shallow left center field. Fraley on the move, and he's camped underneath of it for out number 3, and that will send us to the bottom of the 8th. Top 9 now, Alexis Diaz has finally started to kind of put it together. He's 12 for 16 in save opportunities. That ERA starting to go down. I feel like the last episode we were at 7 with it. So here's Rowdy Tellez as he goes down swinging, 1 down in the top of the 9th. With Diaz, you do not want to lack control because you will walk batters, and that's when he begins to struggle. You want to get the strikeouts or at least put the ball in play. Here's Naquin. Hits this one over to Steer, and he's going to take himself to the bag for 2 down. The Brewers now down to their last out in this game, but a home run can tie it. Here's Luis Urias. He's 1 for 3 on the day, 2-2 count, and he's going to foul this one back. Here we go, 2-2 count. Diaz to Urias, and strike 3, and the Cincinnati Reds are going to win this game here in Cincinnati to avoid the sweep. It seemed like the Brewers were going to be able to take care of us, but the pitching was really good in this game. Hunter Green really pitched a good game, and then the bullpen came in. Buck Farmer pitched really well, and Alexis Diaz gets save number 13 on the season. Very impressive to see him go out there and pitch the way that he did in this game. Will Myers had 2 hits today. Kevin Newman had 2 hits. And Hunter Green, 10 strikeouts, 1 earned run, 4 hits allowed in 7 innings of work. And then Buck Farmer with 2 Ks and Alexis Diaz with 2 Ks. Here's Jason Vossler, will be out for 1 to 2 months. We're going to put him on the 60-day DL list. Stuart Fairchild is back from injury, and we are going to get swept by the Los Angeles Dodgers. So 1 victory in the month of June is not good. So now we're going to head into the second half of this video. This is only going to be a couple minutes of me explaining what happened. I wanted to go in and play some player lock games with Austin Hendrick. I did that, and I played some player lock games, got some very good gameplay, and I forgot to press record, so I did not get any of that gameplay. So that is a big I'm sorry from me that, really frustrating. Like, we had some really good gameplay, and he's playing really good at AAA Louisville as well. We also swept the Kansas City Royals, and you guys are also going to be missing a scouting week as well. You're not going to see what happened in that scouting week. So I'm sorry for that. I did not plan on doing that. I didn't even realize until I was like into the last game of Player Lock with Hendrick that I was like, I haven't even been recording this. And it's frustrating. Hendrick went 2 for 4 in the first game that we played with him. And I wanted it to be interesting because I haven't really talked about him a lot. He went 0 for 4 in the second game that we played with him, 0 for 2 in the third game, but he had an RBI. I haven't really talked about him a lot, but he's a guy that has been hitting really well at AAA. He started off at AA, was hitting really well. Then he started hitting really well at AAA. So he's a guy that I would personally like to call up to the big league level if he continues to hit well in maybe the September call-up period. If he's still hitting well when September rolls around, he will be getting called up because he is batting over 300 at the AAA level right now, has 3 homers, and his stats continue to improve as well. 66 overall at 21 years old, batting .301 with 3 homers, a .462 slug, .772 OPS. Now, when I was playing with him, he had a lot of soft contact versus hard contact. The first game, he actually had 2 really solid hits. Then after that, he kind of started to hit the ball really soft. But I found that if I'm patient with Hendrick, and then I can begin to play better with him. So we'll see. Could he be potentially getting his first call-up of his Major League career this season? If he doesn't get it in September, he might make the Major League roster, depending on how he ends the season with AAA Louisville, because he's playing really good. He's got good speed. He's very well-rounded. I'd like to see the vision go up, but he's a very well-rounded player. But like I said, I do want to apologize for missing out and missing the recording of Hendrick's Player Lock games. I will be very careful moving forward that I do not miss that. I wanted to show you guys 2 players that I'm interested in trading for. Here's Heriberto Hernandez in the Tampa Bay Rays farm system. He's at AA right now. He's 23 years old, 61 overall, and he's a guy that, well, I said I wanted power. He's got some pretty solid power. 8 homers this year at AA, 241 batting average. And I think he's a guy that in the next couple of years could be really good for us. He can play catcher, first, and all the outfield positions out of the Dominican Republic. And so I'd be interested in bringing him over to Cincinnati in a trade potentially. And then Alex Kirilloff's another guy that I just think to myself, how do we not trade for this guy? He's beat potential, 70 overall, 25 years old. Is he lefty? He can play first and in all the outfield positions. And we also played against him in the Player Lock games with Hendrick as well. But he's a guy that has really good contact and will improve upon his power. What he brings to the table is like Jason Vossler and Jake Fraley mixed. So he's a guy that I'm definitely interested in potentially trading for. But we will do all of that in the live stream on May 1st. So look out for May 1st. That's when we're going to go live. That's the draft, the trade deadline, the All-Star break, everything. So we have this episode that will be coming out, and then we have one more episode wrapping up the month of June. And then from there, we will be into the live stream, and then we'll wrap up the season fairly quickly from that point. So we're 30 and 40 at the moment. My plan for the next episode is I want to play one game against the defending the defending champs, the Houston Astros. And then after that, I do want to grab some more Player Lock games with a couple of players at AA. I'm not going to tell you who yet, but I will record that, unlike the Austin Hendrick Player Lock, which unfortunately I did not get to record. But I hope you guys got a little bit of an insight of what we're looking at when it comes to Austin Hendrick, because he is playing very well for us at AAA right now. But that's going to cap this video off. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.